On the EU server, gentlemen, there's one player that stands out so much more than all the rest, and that is DZUKILL. Of course, he is currently ranked 1 on his main. He's ranked 4 on his Smurf, and his next Smurf is on the way to the top already. This guy, 60% win rate with 1500 LP on his Smurf, 1750 LP on his main with an 80% win rate. This guy's an absolute freak show, guys. Obviously, with the new changes to lethal tempo, definitely helping out his champion pool. Today, we're going to break down one of his games and talk about why this guy is so dominating in the last couple of months, the last couple of seasons. Honestly, he's been making his way to the top with this unique style that he has. Let's jump onto the Rift and break it down. Just before we jump onto the Rift, big shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. They've allowed me to give you guys 73% off NordVPN. And if you do the 2-year deal, you're going to be getting on top of that 1 month for free. So if this is the first time you've heard about a VPN, guys, essentially you're able to encrypt all of your data online to keep you private and secure while you're scrolling the web. And staying safe online is not the only use of a VPN. There's so many more functions you guys can be using. I always use it when I'm traveling to different countries, guys. Sometimes games are blocked or specific websites are blocked. I'm able to get around that, visit any site, any game I want to in specific countries. Maybe I'm starting to feel stale on specific countries' Netflix. I can jump across the globe on different Netflix, different streaming platforms and access all different types of content. So what are you waiting for, guys? The link is down in the description below. Remember to use the code word Midbeast VPN for that incredible discount. Enjoy. Moving our way up into the top lane now, the rune page bottom left, guys. This lethal tempo has just been so critical for these Yone and these Yasuo players. You have DZUKILL hitting rank 1 in EU West. You have P-Zang, the #1 Yasuo, and he plays a lot of Yone as well, hitting those top 10 ranks over in Korea. And of course, you have NA's finest Mo, aka Yasuo, sitting in Diamond 2 at the moment. So you just know it's a very strong setup if you're able to use it correctly. And I just hats off to DZUKILL for doing this style. He really made his own style, molded his own setup. These champions, right? He kind of identified, okay, Yasuo, Yone normally played in the mid lane. Mid lane's the shortest lane, okay? That's why it's the safest lane. It's why mostly in the mid game, the bot lane is like the 80 carries, the susceptible 80 carries will go to the mid lane because it's the shortest lane, most protection from towers, yada, yada, yada. But these outer lanes, so long. Champions like the Yone, like the Yasuo, they have a lot more room to move, to maneuver. Now they have the alcoves and whatnot. And when you master these champions, like he is just able to absolutely have 0 losing matchups. And if he's into losing matchups like this Kennen, like he hangs back, he waits for it. He either waits for the jungle to come, or if they go for the dive, he tries to look for the cheeky little outplay on this champion. I definitely just think that he is going to be able to continue his domination on this server. I don't know what you can do to stop him, essentially. I guess it's going to have to come down to a meta shift where Yone and Yasuo are terrible. But at the moment, they're some of the highest win rate champions for the one tricks that master them. I'm talking 500 plus games. Obviously, overall, these champions don't do too well only because you need to put so many games in as we do get harassed down by this Kennen. Lethal tempo was nerfed on the recent patch. I saw he had a little video on it saying he still thinks the lethal tempo is overtuned for his champions Yone and Yasuo, and he'll continue to abuse this until maybe I think he was running Fleet and Conqueror a while back before this lethal change. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't hate the player, hate the game. If you're just absolutely abusing things in League of Legends, I mean, look, yes, you're a menace to society and I probably don't like you, but look, I respect you, man. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do for Elo. Obviously, a lot of us are single. Sometimes getting high rank might get you a girlfriend. Unfortunately, I'm still single. Also not high rank, really, so one day. Why keep grinding? As this Kennen looks for the all-in. E is up. E. Yes. Could get a solo here. Kennen flashes. W shield, flash auto. Gets that lethal tempo. He gets the stacks. And he gets that kill over onto the Kennen. This is what I'm talking about. Like, oh, what do we do with this wave? I guess we just get Zerkagreaves TP back and try and shove it. Because if you stay there, the Kennen... Okay, perfect. So you should base, get the boots, TP back in to crash it. And he says to Poppy, dive. One of the few players where I see the chat, and he actually interacts, and oh no, here comes the Viego. Q straight into the Kennen. Beautiful spacing. Can Poppy get a ram jam into the wall? She can't. Dude, these champions, when you have when you only play 2 champions, like this is why one tricking is so essential. You always, oh my god, he has ultimate. Could look for this, could look for this. Tanks the tower shot, little bit aggressive. I'm wondering if he wanted to look for like an ER, but it doesn't seem like he's going to risk it. He's going to play safe. He's very calculated. He's not a coin flipper like Caps or someone. Like he doesn't just always look for these aggressive trades. He lets them kind of, he just accumulates his lead. He lets them build in, and then he'll slowly look for the outplays, look for the 1v2s, 1v3s, stuff like this. But he's not going to take too big of risks. And obviously that usually is a trend with the rank 1 players, isn't it? They're not those coin flippy players. They're players that are very consistent, and that can just back up result after result after result. And they're not greedy. They're not taking very high risk, high reward plays. They're talented. They know where to get the leads. They accumulate them, and they slowly take over the game. That's how League of Legends should be played, I guess, at the highest level. Not saying you can't play coin flip. You can't go super aggressive like someone like Beifang. But it's a little bit different. One thing I noticed from DZUKILL, a lot of these EU top laners have very good wave management. And this is it, like, if you set up a freeze when you're playing the Yone specifically, like use that E and you just hunt them down. And then you snap back and the freeze is still coming. Look at this. It's still going to come. And like, this Kennen is going to have to try and do something about this, because if the Yone is able to move up now, and is he moving off the tower here? Is he afraid of a gank? Just absolutely not risking anything. He's hanging so far back. So much respect. Has the E. I'm wondering. He's in. W. Just going to let the wave crash. The Kennen is actually alphaing it. Going to give some CS. Going to give a couple of XP, but the good mentality to have. It's such a sad mentality to have, but sometimes, man, it's 2 kills to 6. You've got a nice lead. The wave's stacking in. Just wait. Don't do anything too aggressive. I know a lot of the times I've got like the game is slightly in my team's favor. They say that he looks for a slow all-in. Let's try and not all-in. He's going to poke him out. I know a lot of times I'm like, fuck, my team's winning, yada, yada, yada. Let's take a ultimate just whiffs, and we're in trouble now. You see how he stacked that Q up? And in. He's going to make his way out. And I take a risky 1v1, or I move into a brush where I know there's a chance of junglers, and I die. And then that small death, my team then ints, and then I'm not in a position to carry anymore. And I'm like, dude, I didn't take some stupid risk for no reward, really. In that early game or that mid game when I got a slight lead, like, I would have had a free dub. Sometimes you just know how to sit back and take the win, man. Put on cruise control for a second here. As I say that, he did look for the all-in. He did miss the ultimate, though. And now it should just be a slow attack at Kennen's. Oh my god. I think Kennen's just dead. Auto Q will get it. Q misses. Q misses again. Goodbye, Kennen. Goodbye, Kennen. Goodbye, Kennen. Nice and smooth. The CS is not that crazy, honestly. We're only like 7... What is it, like 7 or 8 CS per minute? Nothing too crazy here. I had to give a little bit. God, this champion is so smooth. I definitely recommend playing Yone over the Yasuo. I think it's so much easier to learn. As he's going to get that plate, get that reset. And I think they are nerfing shield bow next patch, by the way. Sells a refillable potion for the dagger. It makes sense. You have a Vamp Scepter for sustain. And why do you guys think? Like, when I check the Korean server, when I check the NA server, I don't see a lot of Yasuo or Yone top. But then I see DZUKILL just absolutely dominating in EU West high elo with this pick. Like, why do you think other regions don't pick it up? Is it simply just because he... Is it only a DZUKILL thing that he's able to do? Or do you think that no one like on other servers are good enough to pull it off top lane? Like, I think there's some pretty good Yone Yasuo players, but they'd rather, a lot of the top laners would just play their bruises in their normal pool. Like their Camilles and stuff like that, and their Jaxes rather than try and do a Yone. But as Flash. Wouldn't say his APM's that crazy if you look at it. It's very accurate though, don't you think? It's the ultimate. Corki comes in. It's going to be a free kill. Thank you very much. I would say it's a very controlled style. Very controlled style on his inputs. Good awareness of the map. Talks to his team a little bit. Obviously, guys, this is from his stream. I'll put a link to his stream in the description down below. He streams on EUS server almost every day. Guy also has a YouTube channel where he posts montages from time to time. That poor Corki got solo. Eat these plates up. Don't need that 230. 320 for the shield boat. As I think he has like... when he alt tabs, it freezes up like this. There's a function that you can do in your league client where it won't do that when you alt tab. I should tell him. Surely someone in chat knows to tell him. Like windowed mode rather than capture or something like that. One thing I have noticed is I do get a lot more Yones in my games, I guess, top lane. Unfortunately, we get baited in here by the cannon. Good bait. We're going to drop that. Hopefully the Poppy can't pick anything up. My bad. Respect. He went too far in. He didn't even go too far in. Just kind of, I would say that's kind of unlucky. All of my Yones and Yasuo's tops completely grief. The problem I think they have is they don't have any self-control and patience. I think that's probably what this is all about, right? Poppy. Poppy! This could be good if... This could be good. If we get the double buffs here, I'm going to say worth. TP. TP comes in. He's dead. Beautiful. It's actually a very good handoff for these buffs. E. I don't think we need to use the R. Wait it out. Hits that W. Oh my. Oh my! Well played. Well played. Well played by Kennen. We have to flash for it. We have to use the R. Now Viego's here. Cancels the stun. Making sure to weave every single auto. Max rank on the lethal tempo. And we get that extended range and just make short work of him. You'll notice yourself probably cancelling a lot of autos and whatnot on this champion as you try and move. As you try and like animation cancel the Qs or whatever you do. But at the end of the day, guys, it's going to come naturally with the more games that you have. So just put the time in on these champions if you want these results. As the cannon TPs into the top lane, I do not think he's going to be able to pressure anything off. E. Still has W. Gonna hold it. 1400 gold. Gonna go and eat those rugs up. Dude, I don't know what, like this... I feel like you should be getting ganked so often with this strat, but he just doesn't seem to be able to get killed. He definitely is more passive, isn't he? Then obviously you farm decent, you pick up the kills as you go, and then you take over the game at 2-3 items as you start to look to team fight. Q lands. Cannon's dead here. You can eat all. Eat Q. Go. 2k gold in the pocket. We can shove another wave and even look for the tower here, I'd say. We have 22 seconds on the cannon, but we do know that cannon has no flash. Sorry, has no teleport. And we'll eat this tower up for ourselves. First tower of the game, I do believe. Yes, it is. 14 kills to 14. Show me the... He actually hasn't looked bot lane once, I think. He does. He's not like a faker where he's watching the whole map. Once again, he's very self-focused in the game. Reminds me of that Chovy, that Knight style rather than the faker. APM and F-King. Oi, you cheeky bugger. As this guy hopefully is doing the AP Corki setup, the hybrid Corki, my favorite. Been seeing a lot of you guys DMing me with your Corki results. Been pretty fun to look at. Honestly, I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on the AP Corki. A lot of you guys have been popping off with it. The thing is, like, I know a lot of these analysts I tell, like, a lot of these analysts are telling me this Corki is shit, the win rate's worse than Shield Bow. But the thing a lot of people aren't really taking into account is that it's like, obviously a lot of new players are coming to Corki now. They're also, Shield Bow and the crit is much easier to play than the AP version, because you have the Shield Bow to sustain the early all-ins. Corki's not that safe. So you're going to be dying more, and these players are just absolutely tanking the win rate, because you got to land all the skill shots. It's much more difficult to play. I definitely think if you can master it, hit your skill shots, it is the better version of Corki. Problem is, you have to play it perfectly. You can't die in the early game, and a lot of people have problems with that. You go up to a Kiana or a Fizz, and most Corkis, they're inexperienced, will just die. As we solo kill. Block! Oh, you bloody bastard. As we grab that Rift Herald for ourselves. And his team is slowly tanking the game. He's going to outright buy the Infinity Edge, the Psychopath. Oh no. He does this a lot, actually, now I think about it. As the wave is slow shoving into him, he'll go and take an objective, aka the Krugs, aka the Rift Herald. And then as the wave comes and crashes, he'll have already done that, and he'll come back and collect the wave. He doesn't go and find the wave and shove it first, and then the objective. It's the other way around. Interesting way to look at it. Twitch in the bot lane. I wonder if that's Mr. Earl. His name's Duo Abuse. Is that? I don't know if that's right. IRL's accounts. He has like 150 of them. Harold mid. So he's got the lead in the top lane now. Moves across the map and tries to influence it. Bard has the flank. I think Bard might be stuffed here. We charge up the Q, move in. Bad ultimate, bad ultimate. W lands. Beautiful Yuumi. Didn't know if they were going to get killed there on the outskirts there, so use the ultimate. Kind of blew it. Teamfight not played too well, but it works out for him. And they drop 2 towers in the mid lane. This is a beautiful transition from top to mid with this lead. Cannon might be able to chase him with the Yuumi. We turn back onto the mid lane tower. We've got the flash. We have the Yuumi with ultimate. He stacks up these Qs, then looks to move away onto the team fight. Bard comes through. Not sure what the hell that sound was. Bard ult hits. But the Twitch able to pick him up. Now the AP Corki throwing rockets, missing everything as per usual. What are you doing, Yuumi? Get on. You can see he was kind of looking for like a flash Q or something. Why is this Corki 100 CS at 18? They are absolutely going to steamroll through this fight. Corki's going to die, of course. This makes me a little bit nervous. It's 19 kills to 20. The map is looking good for red side, but blue side just got a 4-man wipe. Only ZUKILL remaining. Twitch is spam pinging the Corki. Corki is, of course, doing my build. And he's hard griefing. Shit. Anyways, do you see in that moment, that's a good... Oh, g'day Zed, you're dead. G'day Zed, you're alive. Do you see in that moment where his team is absolutely running it, but he doesn't be like, okay, I'm going to try and salvage this. And if he died there, the game was like, it was so hard to win, agreed? He doesn't risk it. He sits back and lets his team die, but then he goes and farms all the camps, chills. He'll wait for a better chance. Learn from that, please. That's one of the most essential tips I can give you guys, seriously. Too many lower elo players just hard commit just because their team's there. Your teammates are bad, honestly. Like, you know, you're most likely, you know, not the greatest of players on average of rank, if I'm just addressing what it is. So, you know, just try not... Just think, would an idiot do this? And then if your answer is yes, then don't do it. Don't commit. It sounds stupid, but I reckon it actually works. Because I use it in my own games. And I've beaten some pretty big names that I don't like to talk about. So use the ultimate to come across. We could ER. This Zed is being very slippery. We could Oh, Poppy? Please, Poppy, do something good in your life. Please. You absolute gem. We've got the stopwatch, no ultimate. This mid game's been a little bit rough, if I'm honest. We could flash in onto the Jhin. Use that. Oh, I like that. 1Q miss, though. One more Q. Oh, what? Hey, how the hell does that work? That range looked like bullshit. As he should get jammed up now. And taken out by the Viego. Close, but not close enough as we make our way towards the GA. Here comes the rat. And they're both going to die. Enemy team Viego getting quite fed. White fed. We need 300 or 400 for GA? 300, right? It's 1200 max. Out of base. We got the Hextech portals. Probably my least favorite part of the game at the moment. I think they need to do something about these bad boys. As I think the Corki is 1-7 and making his way into like an hourglass or something. Chasing the Zed, probably not going to net you anything. Just farm it up. Look for the GA and then probably look to try and force a team fight around Baron. I think that's the win con. You always need to think about what the win con is in your game. Corki, Corki, Corki. I think you die. Maybe 1350 for GA. Are you serious these days? You don't quite make it. Such an awkward. Jhin doesn't end up dying. And I was about to say, you always need to be thinking, what's next? What can we do in this game to win? I don't care if it's 1 kill to 100, you're down. Or even other way around, you're 100 kills to 1. What can I do to win this game? Keep asking yourself that question throughout the game. What can I do to shift the game? Do we need a big 5-man brush pick and into the Nash rush, into the goddamn drag? Like, you need to be thinking about ways to get back into the game. Don't just run out of base and be like, oh, person, fight, me throw skill. Like, come on, man. Let's get real for a second. Start thinking of solutions rather than focusing on what went wrong, what players did this, or why you were not fair. Like, dude, it's not going to net you anything thinking about that. You got to think about what you can do to get into the game. League of Legends, it's like, I swear to God, dude. Mindset is so underrated in League. As we find the Viego. There's a 4v5 now. Poppy's dead. The enemy don't have the fastest Baron because they have the Jhin and the the Cannon though. I think them doing Baron would be a pretty big mistake. And you always need to know this, right? Do the enemy team have a fast Baron, a slow Baron? They got Jhin, they got Bar, they got Cannon. Like, they're doing this thing slow as fuck. They're not going to be rushing this thing as we are stopwatch. Dude, what the hell is that mechanic? Can we get the Viego? Can we get the Viego? Can we get the Viego? We do. We get absolutely everything. Looking for the Jhin now. Can Corki become useful? He's hitting us. Hit more. Nice. Fucking AP Corki with the hourglass. And I think, did I see somebody Hextech portal behind? No, it's Cannon, and he's making his way in. Stopwatch by Corgi. Looking to cheese. Make his way back in. Cannon is threatening. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything because there's no TPs. The Hextech gates are fast as hell, but it's not fast enough. He finds the Cannon, gets the kill. We have 11 kills to our name now. And honestly, that team fight right there, that GA just enabled him to do that. Looking for the Death Dance next. Absolute game changer. He's not pinging people. He's not a negative summoner. He's not doing anything crazy, is he? Just playing the game and playing it fucking well, I tell you this much. TP Twitch, good stoppy. Might be enough to zone. We don't have ultimate on the Yone yet. We pop over. Give me ult. Grab the Viego as Twitch. Ultimate in 3, 2, 1. Ultimate. E. R. Q. What the hell is this Zed? I can't see shit. Flash. Q Flash gets the Jhin. We've got the Baron. Probably not. Is it endable? Viego in 10 seconds. We're not that fast of an ender. I don't think we can. What do you guys reckon? All I know is our next buy is going to be a damn big one. All focused now. They're all trying to take him out. This Yuumi and those shielding, that is fucking gross. This Bard is beefy as hell. Finds the cannon. Thank you very much. These crits are absurd. Ultimate up in 5. And he's just with this Yuumi on top of him, I bet that'd be so comfortable. As we do get popped up by the Bard ultimate. Definitely was out of that hitbox, but just on the scuff of it. So we ult back into the Zed. Corki's been taken out. And now we are a 2-man army. Do you think you'd feel the weight of Yuumi? Or do you think... She's essentially floating behind you in a presence, right? The aura, like, I don't think you'd feel the weight. I think she's weightless. I'd like to feel the weight. As we find the Bard. Bard has 1 billion health. Look at this. Yuumi ultimate comes out. Looking for like a 1v5 at this point. Pennon is piss useless at this point. Yuumi somehow finds the Bard. Zed's there. Doesn't matter. Grab the cannon. Looking for the Zed now. Zed snaps back to reality. 3,200 gold as we sweep, find the Viego. Everything misses and the enemy team FF the game, ladies and gents. 15-2. And this is why he's rank 1. There's so little flaws in this man's gameplay. He's so goddamn consistent on this pick. Rank 4, rank 1 on his main. I'm excited to see what he does next season. Obviously, you know, he is essentially a 1 and 2 trick. Probably no pro play aspirations. His stream's pretty popular. I'll put a link down in the stream below, and you'll see why.